Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of my Lady Dior bag. This is the small MyABC Lady Dior, and I've had her for about 2 years now. And something that I realized after having her for about 2 years is that this bag is actually not for me. If you want to know why, just keep watching this video. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers next on this channel. So if these are types of videos that you like watching, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to connect with me on my socials, it's at TrishDLF on Instagram. So, the Lady Dior. Ooh, this is a tough call. This was a dream bag of mine, and I'll link the unboxing up above. This bag was on my wish list for quite some time, but definitely after having it in this small size at least, I realized that it's not for me. Let's go through the specs first, and I won't talk about the dimensions anymore because you can just easily Google that. But this is the Lady Dior in the small size, and it's in the ultra matte, meaning the hardware is in the same matte color as the actual leather of the bag. And even the leather of the bag is in this like matte type of finish. It does have feet on the bottom to protect it, also in the same ultra matte hardware. And for the top, it is just in this flap closure, so you can easily open it as so. The interior is in this suede lining, which is very luxurious. It has a zip pocket inside, and it also comes with this strap, which is a thick strap with this MyABC customization. So that's why it's called MyABC, because you can customize the strap with these different charms from Dior. Currently on mine, I have the letter T, I have the Dior B, and I have this little sparkly Dior charm. For the strap, it's also entirely in the matte finish hardware, and the only gold finish really here are the charms. For the charms, you can easily customize it by just removing this little strap, and then you can just slide your charms in and out of there as so. I forgot to mention, but the color of this bag is in fard, so it's in the ultra matte fard color. And currently, I put the long strap on it. The long strap is not adjustable, so you can only wear this in one length, but you can wear it both just like on your shoulder or as a crossbody. And what I like about it when it's worn as a crossbody is that the charms are seen, so it looks really nice. It also already stands as an accessory because the strap looks really cute with the charms on. However, the reason that I realized that this Lady Dior in this small size is not for me is because I realized that it doesn't really fit much, or it kind of just fits the same amount of items as I could fit a mini Lady Dior. So I did also get a mini Lady Dior last year. I didn't end up unboxing it anymore on this channel, but that one was really my dream bag. I got the mini Lady Dior in this metallic gold color, and it was just so beautiful. And it also came with that beautiful gold crossbody chain. And initially, I really wanted a Lady Dior to wear to formal events. I've mentioned it in previous videos, but that was really the purpose of me wanting a Lady Dior. So when I got the small size, it wasn't exactly small enough to be a formal bag, although I did wear this to formal occasion. But I think the mini Lady Dior really matches the occasion more. Also, I think it's due to the color that it doesn't really stand out in formal events. Because of the ultra matte hardware, it looks more casual than formal. So in the times that I use this bag to formal events, it kind of looked dull compared to now having my mini Lady Dior. That one just really stands out, and it definitely looks like a formal bag in comparison to this one. I think though that it's mostly the capacity of this bag. That's why I was really disappointed, because look at it. Like, it looks bigger than the mini Lady Dior, but when I put my stuff in, it almost fits the same amount of items. And I think it's mostly because it's so rigid and the width is almost the same, so it doesn't really stretch out that much. I think the small Lady Dior fits just like an extra power bank versus my mini. So in my head, if that's the only difference in capacity, then just might as well use the mini instead of the small, because at least the mini looks more glamorous than this one. And that's the thing about it, is that it looks more for casual, but you can't really wear it casually because it doesn't really fit much for a casual day. I did wear this traveling though, and this was my bag to Disney Sea, which was a theme park. And obviously I had really few items because I was at a theme park. That's just to give you an idea of how much stuff it can fit in here. It won't give you an entire day's need of capacity. So yeah, when I went to Disney Sea with this bag, I just had like the bare bare minimum in it. It is still a cute bag though, and the small size is really enticing somehow because it's in the middle of a medium and a mini. However, it all boils down to how you want to use the bag and where you want to use it, because it looks very casual, but it's actually a little bit impractical to wear casually. And yeah, you can wear it to formal events without the strap, but again, capacity is not much different to a mini. So if I were to go to a formal event, I might as well just carry a mini because the capacity is not much different and the mini is really much prettier anyway. I'd like to comment on the wear and tear though, and like how it's worn through the years, because I got this pre-loved, and when I did get it was actually in this same condition already. I didn't really beat up this bag though, because again, it wasn't something that I reached for a lot because I didn't resonate with it. I wore this a few times to weddings and very, very, very few times casually. So it didn't really incur any more additional wear than when I first got it. But just to let you know, the matte hardware can scratch if you're not careful with it. And when it does scratch, it shows like the metal underneath, and the metal is like gray, and I'll just show you guys close-ups of the scratched areas, and I don't think that you can retouch that anymore. I think it's kind of hard to color match unless you find a really good like bag restoration service. So the scratching might be inevitable if you're not careful with it, so that's just a word of warning. However, these marks were already there when I got this bag, and since I'm careful with my bags, it didn't incur any more additional scratches, so I think not bad considering I've had this for a while as well. So you probably really have to beat this bag up for it to get those scratches. As for the leather is actually still pretty good. So with the ultra matte leather, I've heard that you're not supposed to condition this because it is naturally supposed to have that matte finish. So unlike the other Lady Dior's, it kind of has that like shimmer on the leather. However, for this bag, it's supposed to retain that matte finish, so it's recommended not to put any conditioning, or else it might get that shimmery leather finish and it won't be the same as the original ultra matte anymore. So for maintenance of this, I just use wet wipes. And honestly, even if I've used this as a crossbody, usually when you crossbody it here and it rubs your jeans, sometimes your jeans would leave a stain, but for this one it didn't leave anything, so I guess I'm just really also careful with how I carry my bags. For the corners, there aren't really much scuffings, and I guess that's because of the feet, although as you can see, even the feet have scratches and you can see the metal inside. And I think the most wear that I've seen on this are probably on these top corners of the bag, and I'll just do close-ups, and it's not really obvious as well. It's mostly dirt, and I think it's because if you have it on crossbody, it's corners here on the side, so eventually that will rub and kind of scuff on these top corners, especially if you're always wearing it as a crossbody. I also forgot to mention another thing that I don't like about this bag is that it's really hard for it to stay upright. Putting it down, like right now it's standing up, but when there's stuff inside, let's try putting this book inside. Well, it's standing now. Great. I don't know why it's standing now, but usually this bag doesn't stand on its own. Of course, she's shy and she will actually stand up because she is ashamed to fall. But this bag definitely doesn't stand upright always. I always have to make sure that it's balanced before I put it down, because if you don't, it'll fall for sure. Another thing why I don't like it is because if I wear this casually, like let's say I'm wearing it crossbody, it's kind of really hard to get stuff in and out. Like for example, going to the mall. If you're at the mall, you're obviously doing errands, you're buying stuff, putting your wallet in and out. And I just find it really difficult to like rummage through this because it's such a compact space where you really have to move everything to fit everything. So again, a little bit like Tetris. So if you're getting your phone and there's other stuff inside, it's kind of hard to remove your phone out of the bag. So yeah, this small size, I really wouldn't recommend if you intend to use it for casual. I might recommend it if you intend to use it for formal events only. But the strap that it comes with is a thick strap. So I don't know how you can maximize the wear on this bag if this is the strap that comes with it. Like if you intend to use this for formal events, might as well just go for the mini because you won't be able to use the strap anyway. Because yeah, this bag as a casual bag, it's a no-no for me. Unless you are indeed like Lady Diana, who has a lot of assistants to carry all her stuff for her, then yeah, you can use this bag casually. But if you need any more than the basic necessities, then I will definitely not recommend this bag. I've had her for a while and definitely wasn't able to make the full use out of this. So it's definitely going to a new home soon. I'll probably list this bag on the marketplace in the next month or so. She is a beautiful bag, but she's only sitting on my shelf. And yeah, there's just no connection that I feel with this bag. So she's definitely going away. Let me know if you're from the Philippines and are interested. We can work out a deal before I even list her on the marketplace. So that's about it. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button down below to help the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you could. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!